Welcome back to continuing coverage of UC spring football practice here at Nippert Stadium. Tom Glitter, happy to be with you today on GoBearcats.com, joined by Terry McAulay, the coordinator of officials for the Big East Conference, as well as a now Super Bowl official. We'll get to that in a bit, but you're here today, had an opportunity to talk to the guys before practice. What was your message?
Coach Kelly asked me to talk to him about really what I've seen in my career about what successful teams do. You know, the championship teams, how do they get there and what they keep doing. And it really becomes a mental game for everybody involved in competition. What I told him was that, you know, the average fan has no idea how difficult it is just to win one game. So certainly, you know, winning a championship and being that successful is a great honor. The difficulty comes in repeating and being successful again, because now everyone wants to prove it was a fluke, that it shouldn't have happened, that they're going to be the next Big East champion. So it really becomes a mental game for them, or a mental challenge, that they're going to be even better this year, and that's true in competition year after year. And eventually, that becomes instinct, where you just become a winner. You know how to approach it every game, every season, and you just focus and you know how to win.
Terry, I'm sure you review a lot of the plays from the past season. You talk to the officials after each game. Have the points of emphasis for next fall already been determined, or does that come when you meet with the coaches and look at some of these plays again over the summer?
For nationally, the primary point of emphasis is going to be player safety, the helmet-to-helmet hits. Yeah. They're very concerned about that. We think we did very well in the Big East with those. We didn't have a lot, and we were very happy with that. Only really 2 major helmet-to-helmet hits, and we'll keep focusing on that. We're going to show our coaches when I meet with them in May the video of just those 2, and really only having 2 is a wonderful thing. We'd rather have 0. So hopefully next year we'll get them completely out of the game.
Now you're doing some teaching out here at Nippert Stadium. Say there was an officiating crew in for the scrimmage, and you talked to them throughout today's practice. How important is it for them to have opportunities to come out, work with the teams, get to know the teams, but also learn during the off season?
That's what it's all about. This is, you know, I really love this job because it does allow me to teach all of the hundreds of little things that I've learned over the course of my career from other people, that makes not just an official good, but really separates good officials from the great officials. And when I'm asked what really the toughest part of my job is, you know, it's not the big pass fumble, it's not the big pass interference. A lot of guys can make those. The toughest part is really being able to do all those little things that we have to do as officials every play of every game. So I spend an inordinate amount of time with our officials getting those little things right, because once you miss one of those little things, it blows up. And it's very, very difficult.
Talk about loving this job. You also have another job that's not too bad. That's every Sunday you're doing a National Football League as a head official, including that last February you got to do a Super Bowl. What was that experience like? It was a great game.
It really was, and it was my second one that I've done, and it was really wonderful in that the first time there's so much hype involved. You spend almost as much time trying not to get caught up in the hype as you do getting ready for the game. Being my second, it was really more of here's the game that we're going to work, and it was a little easier to prepare for this one.
Well, it was pretty awesome. We appreciate you stopping by practice, taking some time to chat with us.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
That is Terry McAulay. I'm Tom Glitter. This is continuing coverage of USP spring football practice here on GoBearcats.com. Fans, mark your calendar for April 25th and make a date to be at Nippert Stadium when head coach Brian Kelly and the Bearcats return to the field for their annual spring game. The Red and Black kick off at 7 p.m. and admission is free. It's Bearcat Bowl 3, Saturday, April 25th at Nippert Stadium. Be there.